Welcome to another Homestead check-in. So it is about mid-April, just about, and I think spring has finally sprung. I'm not sure we're gonna have any more freezing. So, but yeah, check out the new ride behind me here. So yeah, okay. So it's climb inside here for a minute. Yeah, finally did it. Finally got the truck. Been talking about it, dreaming about it for, I don't know, I've always would have preferred to have a truck, but it is a little expensive, and I had really wanted to get four-wheel drive, but I was like, do we really need four-wheel drive? I mean, I can get pretty far with just that little car. So just to have a truck and go a little bit further, a little higher clearance, right? I think it should make all the difference and get some beefy tires, and it should be pretty amazing. And it's not like I need to be going so far in the middle of nowhere by myself anyways, right? Because it happens, and you don't really do have sulfur service. And so yeah, so Mondays are my day to clean in Tucson and visit with my grandma, and do whatever else like in the big city. And I was on my way, and so the little Nissan car that I have has been having a lot of transmission problems anyways. Like it just like I don't know, I'm not even sure like how to describe it. So it's really challenging to drive on the freeway. It was mostly fine in town. But occasionally the skid control would like come on and lose all power, and all the highway driving is not good. So on the way, was it not this Monday, last Monday, it came on like 3 times, and I had to pull over, turn the car off, wait. I was like, this is crazy, I was like, and then, I decided that the time was right, and then got this truck. So I went in and got it. So sort of impulsive, but not really, since I've been kind of thinking, pondering it since last November. But, the other car was paid off, so it's super nice to not have car payments, but now it's super nice to have a car that's reliable and that I use all the time. So I'm really excited to take it out on adventures, and I don't know, it's just super, it feels so nice, like such a nice upgrade, and I'm super grateful for it. So I have usually got buyer's remorse in the past, but I feel pretty good about it all. I'm just happy, grateful to have it, and gonna make it work. So let's check it out a little bit. So I don't know if you caught my little short about slowing down and learning how to regulate your nervous system by just slowing your movements, your speech, doing everything a little bit slower. And not only, you just give yourself a lot of power by doing that. So my whole goal when I went to get this truck, because I'm just naturally kind of a nervous, anxious person, and that comes across. And so my goal, I was like, I'm just gonna move slow. I'm gonna not let myself get all uppity and overwhelmed, and I'm just gonna do what I need to do to stay calm. And I did, and it was such a different experience all together. So from the moment I arrived, I was just like, I'm just gonna walk, and just not gonna just look at things, and I'm just not gonna stress, and the guy came up, and he was moving faster, and I could tell that he just had more, and usually it's the opposite, right? So I was like, okay. I was like, we're doing this, and I'm like, I'm Nicole, what's your name, and it was just, I don't know, it was just like I gotta put some of that work into action, into an event that would have normally been super stressful for me. I probably would have been all sweaty by the end of it. But yeah, I just stayed calm. Everything worked out better, more smoothly, all by just focusing on slowing down everything, just slowing down, and that meant they had to slow down walking, because I was just like, I'm not gonna speed walk with you, because that's gonna you know, raise my system. So, you know, you're just gonna have to do, probably an old person, you know, like just gonna have to deal with me moving a bit slower. So this is not a rushed interaction. And I don't know, and the results are incredible. So I just continue with you. I mean, we're all kind of, I think, I don't want to say all, that's such a blanket statement, but you know, so many of us are in sort of this on fast, all the time kind of thing. And you just bring such a different experience to life when you slow it down. So there you go. Slow your nervous system down. Slow yourself down. All right, wait, the truck though. So you can just imagine with a little bit bigger tires, and then right. And so it's instead of the king cab or whatever the heck they call it, it has just like the with the little seats that fold down, and that's more important to me anyways, is you get more bed length. So some of my trucks these days have such tiny little beds, but I'll be able to put hay and stuff in there. But super proud, super happy, and excited to take her on adventures with you. All right, so Miss Stars, my goat over here, who we're gonna go see right now, is due in like 4 days, really soon, 5 days, the 15th, the 14th, Monday. Of course, it's Monday when I work Monday. So it's always Monday, right? So we'll see what happens. So, but yeah, she's about ready to pop, and she has beautiful little udders that came in. So she's the striped one right here, Miss Stars. I moved Jelly Bean over because I was gonna move Daisy out. Daisy's the brown one. She's just being a jerk. She's just kind of like a bully. Once I put Jelly Bean over here, everyone calmed down though. But we'll have to give her her area. So I'll probably just move both of them over with the other ones when I notice that she goes into labor. So I'm gonna guess 2 babies. How many babies do you guess? I'm hoping 2 small babies instead of 1 big baby, since it's her first time. Hi, Jelly Bean, having. Oh, stop it. This is her first time having babies, and I don't know if she was dam raised or not. Like if her mom raised her, or if she was a bottle baby. That can play like a role into whether they want to raise their babies or not. So kind of hoping she was raised by her mom so that she knows what to do as a mom. Hi, Daisy. Hi. Hi. But the last time we had kids, it was really traumatic, and we lost the mom and Jelly Bean's mom, and it's a little bit nervy. But hopefully all will be well. She's definitely big enough, and yeah, so all a little bit nervous. But I think it was like an excellent idea to wait just a little bit longer, because they do like to be like a nighttime or evening. We'll see. Watch, you'll have them during the day now. But just it's so cold, you know, and then you have to worry about the kids freezing or whatever. Like it's real temperate right now, so it's just like perfect. The fly season hasn't really started, and it's not too cold, so it gives her time to, you know, warm up to her kids without them freezing or me needing to intervene. If it's light out, I'll try to get as much of this as on camera, and if not, then, you know, a little bit here and there. Definitely the kids though, because they are so stinking cute. But yeah, so Miss Stars having babies very, very soon. So Richard, Dick here, is now confined to this garden area and the goat pen we were just looking at, because for whatever reason, after almost 2 years, him and Rue decided they didn't get along anymore, and they started fighting, and it was really awful. I tried to like let them work it out for a couple days, and then I was like, it was getting a little bit gnarly, so I netted in one of those big, anyways, and got Dick in here, and now he's just a garden rooster. So I don't know, like, what the heck happened, what the breakup was all about, or what went down. Obviously, it was some serious stuff because he could not get over it. It's so weird. What's your problem? Oh yeah? Where are you going? The roosters don't know how to jump over. They just get stuck in places, but the chickens all like just hop up and over everything. Oh no, Sookie, did you hear me? Little Sookie Cookie. Little Sookie Cookie and Gingy. Hi, my loud little girls. Hi. I know I was gonna come in there and see you, but maybe I'm still going to. Bah. Nah. Nah. Oh, hi, sweet girls. Oh, my goodness. Okay, hang on 1 second. Okay, let's get those treats. Let's get those treats. Oh, okay, so journal prompt time. And kind of also a continuation of my own story here. And I just think it's interesting when, like, conflicts or whatever, someone makes you mad, or how when that sort of stuff comes up, how how I feel like you're not really a judgmental person, but all of a sudden someone crosses me, and as I he's always like sexist at this sort of thing, but like I really, it's probably, I'm pretty sure it's common along a lot of people, is that I turn into a judgy jerk. Like all of a sudden I just having way too many just not very nice thoughts, and so I've been trying to practice gratitude right around seeing these things, right? Because nobody likes to be like, oh yeah, I'm a judgy jerk. But right, so this argument had transpired, and that was one of the things. He's just so judgmental, and like we're not gonna pick, like, right, if something was said and it's totally not true, then you're gonna be like, okay, well, whatever, or hopefully you would feel like, yeah, whatever. But sometimes if there's like a little nugget of truth in there, you're like, yeah, and it's true, and I don't really like that aspect about myself. But so I've just been like thinking about, just noticing when it's coming out and being like, this is not, doesn't hurt anybody but yourself to like have these negative thoughts, or mean thoughts, or judgy thoughts, or whatever. They're just right, like that's just been like the thing, like they're just happening inside of me, like all that nasty feelings that they come up when you kind of start thinking those things, or the hurt, whatever, like all that is just happening inside me, right? Like I'm producing it, I'm hurting myself basically, like and so that's sort of and they've always like said that, oh, we're all one, and I've really been trying to understand that, and I think that's probably a good example, is that, like, there's this I'm imagining this separation, right, and then cursing this person because my feelings are hurt or whatever, but they're not getting it, right? Like they're like, I'm doing it to myself because we're all one, like, right? Because there really isn't, anyways, it's just been like interesting to kind of ponder on how having negative thoughts towards another person is just having negative thoughts towards yourself, like, and hurting yourself by bringing on those emotions and feelings, as you spew hatred or whatever. So yeah, I don't, just something for me to work on, and I guess for you to consider in your own life. Have you noticed, like, or just to notice, when someone makes you mad and right, you start to feel all that, and then you start to like project, like, right? But all that came from you, right? Like, or came from me. Like, it didn't actually come from an external thing. Like, so yeah, very interesting learning what I don't like about myself, and then kind of poking at it to try to understand it a little bit better so that I can be more, right? And what is it? The judgment, right? The judgment is just, right, my feelings are hurt, and so that's just a way for me to, I guess, not really feel better. I don't feel better about myself, but like, I don't know, what is, like, why trying to, like, I guess, like, if I'm mad, then I don't have to be sad. So, but yeah. Okay, so there's sort of the journal prompt is how have you noticed, or just to notice, when judgments come up, the sensations that are come actually being produced in your body, and then notice if you're doing that, and maybe we should just let it go, breathe, practice compassion, or practice thinking in a way about that you would want someone to think about you, right? So practice makes perfect. Okay. All right, to finish up on this little tour here. Oh, little piggy. I know, I'll be with you girls soon. So demanding. You're so demanding. Oh, here comes the Suki cookie. So I was cleaning the goat pen the other day, and Gingy had got in there, and the goats were like kind of terrified. They didn't know what to think of her, but she was totally indifferent. She didn't know they were scared of her at all. Oh my goodness. Girls. They're funny. They sound like they're unhappy, but really just their happy talk. Oh, Suki just got in. Oh, Suki got spayed. Oh, you probably saw I did those little posts about her. Oh, she got out. But yeah, they're so funny when they get in the water. I'll make sure I get some of that. Walking by star. Oh, girlfriend, you got this. You got this. Okay, so, the house. Been working on the siding. The lower part's rotted, so there's one side of the house left. The back side needs to be done, and have the stuff for it, so I just need to make that happen. And like, really, really, really would love to have it painted before monsoon season. It might be not possible, but I would love that. That's sort of like what I'd be going for, and I'm just so excited. The house is gonna look so amazing once it's painted. So not before monsoon season, most definitely this year. So that's the huge project, the house. And then inside continuation, like, it's always just like continuing painting things and floors and ceilings, and then the last thing I guess I want to mention real fast is the studio. And if you have any suggestions, I'd love to hear. Is I'd like to make a way. Well, first of all, I mean, I love all the colors and stuff, but honestly, is it too busy? Like, what do you think? And then my second question is, how is it worth it, do you think, for the exotic systems classes and the normal traditional yoga classes to have separate settings so that they look completely different? What do you think? And, there's possibly a way to make that happen in that room, like, different. Anyways, but let me know what you think. Is it too busy? Should the classes have separate settings? All the things. Okay, well, thanks for another wonderful homestead check-in. Until next time.